For the past 3 years, I've been teaching a course that I actually invented, I guess, uh, called Entrepreneurship in Church and Community. Our whole idea is that we can't look to Washington or to government to solve our unemployment problems, and we really shouldn't expect that existing businesses are going to necessarily create jobs for all of us either. But within the church, we simultaneously have people who want to work and have the skills and abilities that they could do something productive and create a service or a product. And we also have people who in our churches know how to create a business. And so could we get these people together? Could we mobilize our churches as a third force to try to create jobs? I mean, we don't just need jobs in order to pay our bills, although that's a huge part of it, but it's about dignity. It's like people need to have something productive to do to restore their own God-given dignity and humanity. And so we're really motivated to do this. Now, over the last 3 years, we've been running this course. We actually had 16 students the first year, 8 students the second year, and we have 16 in our current group, which are almost done. I think the fall off was because we tried to do it in the winter quarter here in Boston, where the weather's kind of beastly, on a Tuesday night. And so we went back to our first year program on Saturday mornings, and that seems to work best. What we do is we, first of all, try to find 15 or so seminary students or alumni who will enroll as students in the course, and their task is to learn how to coach somebody to start a business. We would love for them, after the course, to go back to their church and then replicate this program in their own church. That's a piece of this that we're not real sure is happening. Well, it's not happening as well as we would love it to. We are learning how to coach people, and we're having some successful business startups, but are we getting it replicated in churches? That's something we've got to improve in this course. But anyway, each of these students who are enrolled in the course, what they do is their first task is to recruit a serious wannabe entrepreneur who would like to start a business. Then they start bringing this person to class with them. So actually we have not 15 students, but 15 students and 15 entrepreneurs, something like that, every Saturday morning for 3 hours for like 12 weeks. We begin at the beginning and end with a couple of big launch day celebrations where people present their business ideas, and all the rest of us give them some critique on the strengths and weaknesses of their proposal and that sort of thing. We have a very robust kind of theological approach to this, so we do a lot of biblical study on the meaning of work and that sort of thing. And then we also have a couple of other books we've come to like a lot. One of them is The $100 Startup by Gill, which is a New York Times bestseller with tremendous examples of businesses started on a shoestring. And then we have a larger book which we use, Start Your Own Business, which is kind of a manual with a lot of templates. So we begin by talking about what are the traits of a successful entrepreneur, what kind of habits and traits and virtues do you want to seek and cultivate in your own self. We also are forming community. So this is a course that really is about purpose and character and community, not just about individuals learning techniques and then cut loose to go do it on their own. So we really focus on those kinds of things and on praying for one another, supporting one another. We do teach the basics of how do you make a business plan, a marketing plan, technology plan, and also how do you present and market your business. Over the last 3 years, we've had some great businesses. We've had several branded clothing businesses start up, like God is Good, G1G, as a brand that's being promoted, and other T-shirts and things like that. We've had a couple of graphic design companies begin that are doing very well. A music school, Lift Up Your Voice. An event management company called Expressions of You. A guy who was just a handyman being taken advantage of now has his own business called Victor for Hire. We have several catering businesses. We have some cosmetic businesses and a hairdresser, Bliss Salon, that's doing really well. So I would encourage everybody to consider doing a course like this.